The anxious amplifier, hyperactivation. The anxious attachment style is rooted in early experiences of inconsistent caregiving, where needs were sometimes met and needs were sometimes neglected. And this led to an internal working model where the self is seen as unworthy of love and others are seen as unreliable. Right? Maybe you had a distant father, but a mother who was there, right? The core mechanism for the anxious individual is hyperactivation of the attachment system. This is the nervous system on constant red alert, right? Frantically driving a search for proximity and reassurance. Right? It manifests as intense emotional reactions and a heightened focus on the partner. The anxious partner is unconsciously attempting to force a response. They are striving to close the emotional gap, and they perform a lot of sabotaging behaviors, right? They're driven by an unhealthy motive to force validation. The anxious partner engages in protest behaviors, right? That paradoxically push the partner away. And these behaviors are the visible proof of self sabotage, right? And I know some of you guys probably do these things. We've probably all done these things, especially if we have any sort of anxious anxiety in our attachment style. So one behavior, the validation vacuum. The anxious individual exhibits a constant need for reassurance from their partner. They may incessantly text or call when they're feeling anxious, right? They engage in high levels of suspicion, worrying about their partner's commitment level. And there's a conflict for closeness, right? They may initiate conflict or protest behaviors to achieve validation, proximity, effectively, testing the relationship's boundaries, see if the partner's going to stay, right? And then they go into emotional overdrive. They experience jealousy in intense and dysfunctional ways, like allowing it to ignite negative emotions, right? Like fear and shame and anger. And this then leads to surveillance or mate guarding behavior, right? I mean, they're over analyzing texts and conversations, right? They're putting your share with me to their phone. I mean, this stuff is stockish. And these actions are driven by a deep fear for closeness, but they frequently push partners away, creating a self fulfilling prophecy of rejection and abandonment. They're basically doing sucky behaviors, and then the outcome is sucky.